Hey everyone. We are going to look at another house tonight, and I'm excited, I'm very hopeful, and we shall see what happens. Today we're just kind of hanging out. I do appreciate your patience, because all of our vlogs as of late have been about the house and the housing market and all of that good stuff. So thank you for bearing with us through all of that. I'm hoping we'll have some more vlogs that are different to come out soon. I will let you know when Josiah gets home, and I think we're gonna take you tonight to go look at the house so we can have like our thoughts and everything and kind of talk it through, so you can kind of see what that process looks like. So stay tuned.
Hey, so yeah, like my wonderful wife has said, I want to discuss the process of trying to get a house. So we're gonna look at a house today that's gonna be a little small, but it's gonna be a starter house that we're gonna sell later. That's kind of the plan.
We'd probably be looking at 5 to 6 years in this house.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think, let's see. So, I've looked at the area. It looks like it's a good area to start out in. It's in town. It's, you know, I think it has public water and sewage, I think.
Yes.
So it's a very safe bet, and I think right now we need to do a safe bet. We can't really go that risky.
It does look pretty updated too, compared to what else we've been seeing.
I think my only concern about this house is because we want to resell it in a couple of years, so we're gonna want to update it and resell it. So my only concern is that I want to make sure we can maximize the amount of price that we get for updating, because we don't want to get the best or biggest house in the block. It definitely is not that. But the houses in the block don't tend to sell as crazy as I would hope, but should make a profit from this, hopefully, by the end of the day. But we're still gonna live in it, and it'll be definitely a good house for a while, hopefully, if we do end up getting this house.
Yeah, it'd be the perfect place to start a family.
Yep, perfect place to start a family and stuff, and you just gotta be careful. Like, you gotta do kind of your research into what you're looking for, read the description, look at the satellite, like where is it located. The cost to a house is about location usually, more so than the quality of the house.
The location affects the resale value a bit more, is what Josiah is trying to say.
Yeah, which is really important for us, because this is not our final home, and we're not going to treat it as such. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a look at it. If it looks good, it seems like it'll be good, but if it looks good, then we'll put in an offer, and then we'll see from there.
Yep.
We'll let you know what you think.
Definitely. We'll update you after we already see the house and do our walkthrough.
Yep. We'll update you then. All right, bye. Hey.
So we're recording this a few hours later, but the gist of it is you kind of go in and you make a judgment on the house. Josiah, how did you like what we saw today?
I liked it a lot. I think it is definitely like a move-in type of thing, where you can actually move into it and you can live just fine. I don't think I want to do that in case we get the property, because I think it'd be a good time to start doing some like updating and renovation stuff. But like, if we really needed to, we could move into it as is, which is fantastic. Like I said, the only thing is that it is on the smaller side, being a two bedroom and 1.5 bath. So it is a little bit on the smaller side, so 1,300 square feet, I think, around there.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's around 1,300 square feet. So it is on the smaller side, which is good, because it's cheaper than that because of that. And it's using city water and sewage, so it should be a lot easier. And I think it's a very safe bet for us to do. Hopefully we'll get it, and yeah, hopefully we can turn it around and sell it and get something more bigger and what we want once in a couple of years.
Yeah, so I wasn't exactly ready to talk about how we felt about the property. I just wanted to talk about the property and like what it is. So based on what Josiah said, yes, we did put in an offer. But you weren't supposed to go over that yet.
Oops.
Essentially, like, it's got the formal dining room that could be used as a formal dining room, but also could be used for other things. We'll probably use a portion of it as a dining room. It does have a kitchen and a half bath off of the kitchen. It's got a deck that needs to be restained, a backyard that needs some tender loving care, as well as a front yard, a little portion that needs tender loving care as well. But it's got really nice hardwood floors on the bottom floor, and then the top floor is carpet. So honestly, really easy to take care of. Like Josiah said, if this is something that we are going to get, we're going to clean it really well and everything before we move in. But like, it'd be super easy to do the downstairs in a day, because it's all you gotta do is sweep it and mop it.
I like that this has a bigger kitchen. Like, it has like double the size or even triple the size of the one that we have here in our current house, and it actually has a dining room, unlike here, and it actually has a nice, you know, big living room, and which is pretty nice, and the actual second bathroom, so which is fantastic because we only have one bathroom here.
Yeah, so I mean, it is something that we're going to have to kind of maneuver as far as parking goes, because in our price range, you don't find a lot with parking. So we're going to have to finagle that a little bit. But that shouldn't be anything too crazy. I think we have a game plan to try to make that a little bit better. Sorry, my nose ring is like turning and it's itchy.
The good news is it looks like we can extend the driveway, which is fantastic.
Yes.
So hopefully want to do that.
Yes.
If we do get it.
We have, like, obviously we're not planning too much, but we're just looking for opportunities to increase what the property is worth right now. So that way when we sell it in the future, it's going to have a higher resale value, and we're going to be able to go at a higher budget to get what we really want. So in this particular property, we're gauging 5 to 6 years, I think. So we'll see what all that entails.
Yeah, I'll try not to do everything the first year.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I know. I'll try to space things out. I want to do the most important things that raise value that in the first probably year, but after that, I'm probably gonna space things out.
Yeah, so I'd recommend it.
Yep.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I know.
Don't do that. But that is what we have for you. I hope that kind of guides you to like how this process goes. We decided to put in the offer before we left the property because like it's a little bit easier if you tell the realtor like, yes, we want to put in an offer at this amount, and then when everybody leaves the property, they go make the paperwork and the contract and all that good stuff. So all the nitty-gritty is signed. We're just waiting for either an acceptance or a rejection. So we shall see.
Yeah.
But I will say we went $100 over the asking price because it is well in our comfortable range in the budget. So we're just trying to get a little bit more priority. So we do have a little bit higher hopes for this particular property than we have with properties in the past. So.
Yeah, when it comes to a lot of properties, there's two methods that we basically have been using. Like the first one it's more easier to use is houses that have been on the market for a while. So with houses that have been on the market for a while, that's when we can actually come in and like try to lowball them with a lower price than what they're asking for, which I think in our experience is not, you can't usually lowball them that much.
It's just this market. This market right now, it's not possible. It's
very seller's market right now. So that's why. So our other strategy was what we did here was that we went into a house that literally just got listed today, And
it's been up for less than 24 hours. It's very possible that by the 48-hour mark, it'll already be off the market.
Yeah, so, like, you want to go in, like, the day of, if it looks like something you can handle, and it's got to be within your budget at the full asking price, that is. And you want to go in and be like, hey, this is a good deal, or this is not a good deal. And if it seems like a good deal to you and everything looks pretty sound, then I would probably just go for it. Well, this is what we did. We just went for it because everything looks pretty good.
That's not to say that we're waiving the inspection process, because we are actually looking into hoping to find things, because you never get like a clean inspection. There's always something or other.
Yeah.
But we can take that opportunity to drive the price down. So it's not as if we could be spending this, but even if we do wind up spending this full amount, we're comfortable in that.
Yes, and that's a big thing, is you got to make sure you're comfortable at what, you know, the full asking price, because you're not going to lowball it on the first day, basically. That's not going to really happen, especially nowadays with the seller's market, where they can always find someone better, essentially.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's what we did. That's why we put an offer, like, right away. And we also are going into the mindset of this is a fixer-upper, so we want budget to spare for that reason. Even though we say it looks like a turnkey type of, like, get in and you can live as is, I don't want to treat it that way, because, like I said, we gotta really, we want to resell this. Like, we gotta think about it, and I would say do that too. I think if you're gonna do the same things, buy a starter house, I would actually think of ways for you to sell it after you're done, because you don't want to live there forever. Like I said, because it is a perfect house for us now, but it's not going to be a perfect house for us later. And
we could probably fit comfortably 2 children in this house, but even then, it's going to be a little bit more cramped.
Yeah, so we have that kind of notion, and I think that's probably a good notion to have, especially, you know, like, because we tried to choose the house that had a good area to kind of resell and a good area to live in, because, like, we kind of like the idea of living out kind of more in the country.
And this is very much in town.
This is the opposite. But in the country, they don't really sell well. Like, you know, you don't really get people that really sell well, and it's a little harder to, like, get resources and stuff like that.
The other factor is, at the price range that you and I cannot afford, it's actually, like, after we sell this house, depending on what the bank will grant us when we're ready to resell, there are tons and tons of properties that are actually off the beaten path, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm hoping for something like that in the future.
Yeah.
But again, it's a future thing. I'll be happy in this house for now.
Yes.
But like we said, since we only plan on spending 5 or 6 years in this house, I think you said that you wanted to wait maybe a year-ish until we start trying for children.
Yeah.
So at that rate, we might even sell at like 1.5 kids. Or 2.
Yeah.
But like, they'd still be young, like really young.
Yeah. So that's kind of crucial to get the, like I said, that's why I say it's pretty much crucial to get the big ticket stuff out of the way as we can, because that's why we're going lower in our budget. So, and I just like the fact this property is ever so slightly bigger than the one we're living in. I think it's like only like 100 square feet bigger.
I don't know.
My dad says it was like 100 square feet bigger. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, that's like getting close to 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, we're gonna turn in, but we did want to update you and tell you how we're feeling about all this. And I really do appreciate you watching all these housing vlogs. I know it's not a lot of your cup of tea, but this has been like the prominent thing in our lives right now. It's like when my surgery and everything was coming up, and everything was about the prepping and surgery and all that good stuff. So we really do appreciate you bearing with us. And yeah, we're excited.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens. But I know next week we will have another answer for you. I hate to leave you on cliffhangers, so if I hear something, even when I'm editing this video, I'll probably put in a little clip and tell you what happened. But if not,
Yeah.
You'll have to wait until next week, but we really do appreciate all of your support.
Yeah. Thank you.
So is there anything else that you wanted to add?
I don't think so. I really need to start up my projects on this channel.
You've been saying this for months.
I always have been, but I get distracted by just playing video games and stuff. Because everything's been kind of stressful, so I'm trying to de-stress, and projects can de-stress me sometimes, but it's harder to film them. They don't seem to distress me as much when I'm filming them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to do something. Yep.
But on another note, I have my client. I'm going to attend a birth next month, and I'm very excited.
I'm excited for you.
And there's a possibility that I might be getting a second birth.
I know, it's amazing.
So, very, very excited for all of that and to get some experience. I'm very ready.
Yep, me too.
Very ready, very excited. So, yeah, I think that's really all we have for you.
Yep.
So, just thanks again for all your support.
Yep, thank you.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.